You guys, sometimes the saddest moments in a tour are not the concerts themselves. It's what happens after. After the lights fade. After the final song echoes through the stadium. After the members bow one last time and disappear backstage. That's when reality hits. And for ARMY in California, that reality became painfully emotional the moment news spread that BTS were preparing to leave after their unforgettable ARIRANG Tour shows at Stanford Stadium. Honestly, the atmosphere completely changed overnight. Just hours earlier, Stanford had been exploding with energy. Purple lights. Laughter. Music. Fans screaming every lyric with tears in their eyes. But now, there was this strange heaviness in the air. A quiet sadness. Because everyone knew the magical moments they had just experienced were already becoming memories. And somehow, that hurt. Especially when it came to Park Jimin. Because throughout the California shows, Jimin had become the emotional center for so many fans. His smiles. His interactions. The way he looked at the crowd like he genuinely wanted to remember every single face. You could feel how much this tour stop meant to him. And ARMY felt it too. That's why the airport videos started spreading so quickly online. Fans gathered outside early in the morning. Some had barely slept after the concert. Others were still carrying banners and ARMY bombs from the final show. People stood quietly, hoping for one last glimpse. One final wave. One final smile before BTS left California behind. And honestly, can we talk about how emotional airport moments always become? There's something about them that feels so personal. No stage lights. No choreography. No giant production. Just the members walking through crowds with tired eyes and soft expressions after giving everything they had on stage. That rawness is what makes those moments unforgettable. The California morning felt cold and gray. The sky was cloudy. Security lines stretched across the airport entrance. Media cameras flashed non-stop. Fans whispered nervously to each other. Every small movement caused waves of excitement. Are they coming? Did you see the vans? Was that staff? The anticipation kept building. And then it happened. Black vehicles slowly approached the entrance. The crowd instantly erupted. Screams filled the air. Phones shot upward. And within seconds, BTS began stepping out one by one. The members looked exhausted but warm. Relaxed, yet emotional. Still carrying the lingering energy of the concerts. But the moment Jimin appeared, everything changed. The screaming became deafening. Fans started crying immediately. And honestly, if you saw the clips, you understand why. Jimin looked incredibly soft that morning. Oversized hoodie. Blonde hair slightly messy from the early schedule. Eyes still sleepy. But even in such a simple moment, he looked breathtaking. Not in a flashy superstar way. In a human way. A comforting way. The kind of presence that makes people emotional without even trying. And the second he noticed the fans waiting outside, his expression softened even more. You could literally see the tenderness in his eyes. That's what destroys ARMY every single time. The way Jimin looks at fans. It never feels forced. Never distant. Never cold. It feels genuine. Like he truly understands the emotions people carry for him. As security escorted the members toward the entrance, fans began shouting messages through tears. Jimin, thank you. We love you. Please come back soon. And you guys. Jimin kept turning toward them. Again and again. Even while walking. Even while staff guided him forward. He kept looking back. Waving softly. Nodding gently. Almost as if he didn't want the moment to end either. Can we talk about how heartbreaking that is? Because sometimes it feels like Jimin carries emotions very openly. You can see it in his face. The slight sadness in his smile. The lingering glances. The way he slows down just a little to acknowledge fans one more time. And that morning in California, those tiny moments hit everyone hard. One fan near the barricade started sobbing uncontrollably after making eye contact with him. Another could barely speak while filming because she was crying so much. And honestly, who could blame them? After days of unforgettable concerts, emotional speeches, and beautiful memories, seeing BTS leave felt like waking up from a dream. A dream no one wanted to end. But that wasn't even the moment that shattered ARMY's hearts the most. As the members continued toward the airport entrance, Jimin suddenly stopped for a brief second. Just 1 second. He turned fully toward the crowd, looked at the fans carefully, and bowed deeply. Not a quick little nod. A real bow. Slow. Respectful. Sincere. The entire crowd erupted emotionally. Some fans screamed. Others cried even harder. Because that single gesture said everything. Thank you. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for these memories. And somehow, Jimin didn't even need words to express it. That's his power. He communicates emotion so naturally. Even silence feels meaningful with him. As he lifted his head, his smile looked slightly emotional too. Soft. Gentle. Almost bittersweet. And for a split second, it genuinely felt like he was trying to memorize the fans standing there. Trying to hold on to the moment just a little longer. Meanwhile, the other members continued interacting warmly with ARMY. Laughing softly. Waving. Making little heart gestures. The atmosphere became emotional in the most beautiful way. It wasn't chaotic anymore. It felt intimate. Like everyone understood they were sharing one final goodbye before BTS moved on to the next chapter of the tour. And honestly, there's something beautiful about that kind of sadness. Because it only exists when people care deeply. The tears. The waving. The emotional goodbyes. All of it came from genuine love. That's what makes BTS different. And that's what makes Jimin unforgettable. Throughout the ARIRANG tour in California, he had given fans so many moments to treasure. His breathtaking performances. His playful interactions with the members. His stunning visuals under the Stanford lights. His emotional connection with ARMY. And now, even at the airport, he was creating another memory people would never forget. One small interaction after another. One gentle wave after another. One soft smile after another. How does he do that? How does someone remain so warm despite carrying the weight of global fame? That question kept appearing across social media as clips from the airport spread everywhere. Fans around the world reacted emotionally. Many said the goodbye felt painful even through a screen. Others shared stories about how the Stanford concerts had changed them forever. And almost every comment mentioned the same thing. Jimin's kindness. Because no matter how huge BTS becomes, moments like this remind people why their connection with fans feels so real. It's not just music. It's comfort. It's healing. It's belonging. And Jimin embodies that feeling perfectly. As the members slowly disappeared deeper into the airport entrance, fans continued waving long after they were gone from sight. Nobody wanted to leave. People stood there quietly, still emotional, replaying every tiny interaction in their minds. Did Jimin wave at me? Did he see my sign? Did he hear us shouting, "Goodbye"? Those questions lingered in the air. And honestly, that's part of the magic of BTS. Even the smallest moments become unforgettable. Even a few seconds at an airport can stay in someone's heart forever. The California tour stop may have ended. The stage lights may have dimmed. The music may have faded into memory. But the emotions? Those remained. Deeply. Powerfully. And somewhere beyond the airport gates, as BTS prepared to leave California behind, thousands of ARMY were still standing outside with tears in their eyes, holding on to the final image of Jimin turning back one last time with that soft smile that seemed to say everything words never could.